Hi guys, welcome back to Style with Substance and welcome to today's video. I thought I would flip it back to a bit more of a personal development style topic, and I think this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I just kind of wanted to share my passion and share some of the books that really made me fall in love with reading again. So these are the 6 books that changed my life, as well as a few more that get an honourable mention. So if you like the sound of that, then please keep watching. To start with, I'm gonna talk about the book that reignited my love for reading after I finished studying, because at university, at school, you know, you kind of read books as a necessity. So I didn't really fall in love with reading again properly until I kind of finished university. So the first book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's basically all the things, according to him, that rich people teach their kids about money. So the idea of the book is that Robert Kiyosaki, when he was growing up, had a rich dad and a poor dad, and I don't mean that quite literally, but because his dad wasn't poor, but he had a mentor who was quite a successful businessman who taught him a lot about money and how to make money work for you. And then he had who he calls his poor dad, which is his like biological father, who kind of took a more traditional route in life and was a teacher, I believe, and sort of valued different things. So this was a really good read, my first like personal finance book, the first book that really taught me about money management and how to invest at a very young age. So I think I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad for teens, but then I went back and got the adult version basically. So the book that kind of started things up again after I finished uni was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I think it's just a really good general personal development book because it kind of taught me how to find success in small changes that you make daily to your life that have a compounding effect of essentially changing your whole life for the better. And this is a book that I reread over and over again very often, and I would say is just a great overall practice to implement in all areas of your life. So it's, you know, it says jumpstart your income, your life and your success, and I think it absolutely is a great way for people to channel making small changes in all areas of their lives and seeing lasting change. So really good. It was a New York Times and Wall Street Journal and USA Today bestseller as well. So then the book that really kickstarted my law of attraction journey to manifesting was The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. So I've got the hardback, but I also have the audio book as well, and it's just a really powerful read if you are a believer in thoughts becoming things, positive thinking, manifesting things into your life by the power of constant and positive thought and reinforcement. A lot of people kind of find the whole concept of the law of attraction to be nothing more than confirmation bias, which is essentially if you are thinking something, your brain will essentially look for things that match that in your everyday experience. And to be honest, it is, but in the same breath, if you are constantly thinking about something that is not currently in your experience, I believe you can genuinely manifest that into your experience through using the law of attraction. So this is a good beginner's guide to all of that. I'd say this is like my all-time favorite book ever, so it's pretty out there. I'd probably need to read a bit more, maybe find a new one, but this is my all-time favourite book in life. Then another book I read shortly after that, and I think all young people should read this book, and it's called The Richest Man in Babylon. This is the ultimate personal finance guide, beginner's guide, and it just basically gives you 6 simple steps or 6 laws of wealth that will have you en route to, well, not be rich, but ideally, yeah, but have you en route to just look after your money better and get your money to work for you. I'll give you a sneak peek of the first 3. It will show you how to keep more of what you earn, put your savings to work for you, and get out of debt. Those are just the first 3, and I think the way in which the story is told to illustrate those points, so well done, so simple. As you can see, it's such a quick read. I think there's only 23 pages in this version, and love it, love it, love it, love it. My sister actually got it for me as a present. The next book is a close and personal favourite of mine, just because it means a lot to me, and it is my own law of attraction book. I originally did this as an ebook, and that's why you'll probably see it's quite thin, but then a lot of people requested a paperback copy, so I did that. It is available on Amazon, and it is basically my hacks to the law of attraction. So if you're a beginner and if you're trying to figure it all out, then this is a really cool handy guide to just implement 5 simple steps to manifest the life of your dreams. And it's what I used, to be honest. So I've just basically put in everything that I've learnt and simplified it. So if you don't want to read something as lengthy as The Secret just yet, you want to kind of get a taste for it, I would recommend my own. All of these books will be linked down below in the description box, by the way. The next book is The Miracle Morning. So I would say that the #1 thing that all successful people have in common is they have a consistent routine, whether that's a morning routine or a nighttime routine, but they have a routine for their day, whichever part of it, if not all of it, that they follow consistently. And it's things like that, really simple changes like that, that make all the difference. I've always found that when I get into a good routine for a little bit, even if it's like 7, like a week to 2 weeks, I see remarkable changes both in myself and in my life. So this book was really good. So it's The 6 Habits That Will Transform Your Life Before 8 AM. So it's by Hal Elrod, and it just kind of gives you a blueprint for what a miracle morning routine is. So the kind of morning routine that makes you extremely productive, effective, and that I guess brings to you a clarity of mind to be able to think of ideas that will change your business, your life, your education, and yeah, everything in between. So I love this book. So those are like the 6 books that I would say changed my life, but I've got 3 more books that I've really enjoyed reading and that are deserving of an honourable mention. So the first of those is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Now this was recommended to me by a good friend of mine, and he read this and he said that it's really simplified. It's really simplified logic, really simplified concepts, but they just make a lot of sense. And for me, I think when I read this, and one of the agreements in particular, which was be impeccable with your word, for me changed everything. And I think the concept that I took away from it was really, if you stick to the 4 agreements, you essentially feel better about yourself. And I think if you feel better about yourself and better about the choices and the decisions and the actions that you're taking in life, it's basically the ultimate guide to happiness and fulfillment. And I always find that if I am basically checking off all these boxes as far as what the 4 agreements are, I feel happy, I feel at peace. And you can't put a price on peace. So I'd say this book, it's simple, but it's basically the code of conduct that I live my life by, so, or try to live my life by. So I love that book. Another book which I think is in everybody's favourites, but I mean for good reason, is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now I need to read this again, to be honest, because it's just one of those that you just reread it, and every time you read it you get something new from it. I guess it's like up there in the Hall of Fame of like personal development, but I didn't put it in there because I don't think it changed my life, but I think the more I read it, the more things I incorporate from it, the more it will start to change my life. But everybody always has this in their like in their, if you read personal development, you absolutely have this in your collection. So it is the essential guide to joining the ranks of the world's most successful people, apparently. So Think and Grow Rich, #1, is a bestseller in this genre across a lot of different streams. So yeah, really good read. And then finally, one that I've read more recently, and this was one which I guess has been instrumental as far as seeing me through a time where I was alone more, single, and really trying to navigate and figure out who I am. And it's this book. It's called What a Time to Be Alone. The author is Chidera Ageru. I believe she's Nigerian. She goes by the alias of the Slumflower on social media. But I just love it. So basically it's a series of like Nigerian proverbs, or like words of wisdom that, you know, members of her family, I think a lot of them come from her mum, have given her, and it's just ways to live by. If you want to put yourself first, basically, this book really motivated me and kind of started off the journey to understanding, self-love, self-actualization, and just putting myself first, you know, loving myself first, and understanding that being alone is not a negative thing. If anything, it is a great time to really explore yourself and also redefine yourself. So I've got a special place in my heart for this book, and I love that it's by another Black female author. Those are all the books, top 6 that changed my life, as well as some that I've really enjoyed reading and really have gotten a lot from as well. I will have linked all of them in the description box below, so do check them out. And if you would like to see more book reviews, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you turn on notifications so you see whenever I upload a video. Otherwise, I hope you guys are all keeping well, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!